And our next guest has a firsthand perspective on just how much the people in this small town have been through. Texas Attorney General Greg Abbott toured the devastation this week and joins us now live. General, thank you so much for your time. Can you tell us what you saw there?
Shannon, I'd be happy to, but if I could quickly capture maybe this past week, and that is Americans, whether it be in West Texas or Boston or other places in between, have faced a lot of tragedy, but we see the resilience of what it means to be an American in the aftermath of Boston and also in the aftermath of West. I toured West Texas the day after the blast, and you could see the utter devastation. Understand, Shannon, that the amount of the explosive here was about 10 to 20 times the amount of what happened in Oklahoma City. And the blast was completely devastating to homes and an apartment complex and a nursing home around there. Anyone who was close to it, any building that was close to it, was completely devastated, along the images of what people see in Baghdad. The important thing, though, Shannon, is the very day after this blast and continuing through today, you see the hope and optimism in the eyes and the hearts of the people who live there, who try to piece their lives back together, and also through the first responders who literally lost their lives trying to help their fellow men.
Yeah, I mean, there's story after story of just these heroes of people who willingly ran toward what was a very dangerous situation. And as a result, they've lost a lot of folks within their ranks there, within the fire department and police and you know, a number of folks who went to help. How do they begin to recover at this point? I mean, we were encouraged in the last hour to hear from the sheriff in that county say fire departments, police departments from far and wide have come to try to supplement their ranks and help them out. But seeing what you've seen, how do people begin to rebuild?
Well, they start by working inside out. This is a small town with a big heart, and they are applying that principle and working their way through this. Some of the people, as you just noted, are getting to go back to their homes today and late yesterday. Shannon, there are some homes, however, that people are not going to be able to get back into. And there's a school or two that people are not going to be able to get back into. So it's going to be a marathon, not a sprint, and helping some of the homes and some of the people who were closest to the blast site work their way forward. And understand this, Shannon, this is a small town and community. Maybe about 10% of all the homes in the entire community were impacted by this blast site. So this has a large repercussions for this entire community, as well as a lot of jobs lost because of this explosion. But together, the people in West Texas are pulling together and working with the great people of the state of Texas, and they're going to find a way forward. It's not going to be easy, as the mayor said yesterday, but they are going to be able to pull it together and move on.
I want to ask you about something that you, as the state attorney general, of course, keep an eye on. And unfortunately, after tragedies, we sometimes see negative things, whether it's, you know, scams that are aimed at allegedly benefiting these victims, people acting fraudulently or looting. What are you keeping an eye on there in Texas?
We're keeping an eye on two things along those lines, Shannon. First is whenever there is a disaster declaration, my office is authorized to make a declaration, which we have, warning against price gouging. We see this in the aftermath of hurricanes and some other tragedies. We want to make sure that the victims of the West blast are not going to be facing jacked up prices just because of an increased sudden demand. So we're warning people not to jack up prices. The second thing that we're warning against for people across the country who may be watching this, and that is that Americans want to help out. They want to donate. Well, be sure that you're donating to an organization that it really is going to get the resources you provide to the people who really need it. There are some scam artists who come out who prey upon the hearts of those who want to help out, and they literally are able to scam money and supplies from people who try to donate them that don't wind up in the hands of the people who really need it. So check out the people that you're making donations to, making sure that it really will get to the people of West Texas.
And we're glad to know you're keeping an eye on it as well. Texas Attorney General Greg Abbott,
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir, for your time.